Welcome back to the 14 Steps Away podcast.
We hope you enjoyed our first episode. We're very proud of it, and we're excited about all the topics we have coming up. We planned so much since we last spoke. But we did just celebrate a birthday. Our co-host's birthday was last Friday. So we want to do a little life update and talk about her birthday and the weekend because we spent most of it together. Did you have a good birthday?
I did. I told Adam this was probably my best birthday in a very long time. So
That's good.
Pretty successful birthday, I'd say.
Yeah.
But
We had a long weekend.
It didn't start off good,
No.
I will say. We'll do a brief recap, but it didn't start off well. I had to go to work, which is fine. And I woke up that morning. I was supposed to open at work, so I was supposed to get there really early. And I got pulled over on my way to work, which was so fun, obviously.
Woohoo!
He pulled me over, and it was like, I'm going to get a ticket. There was no talking about it, no anything. It was just like, okay, I'm going to make this quick. You're getting a ticket. Like, that was how it was, which is fine. But also,
knows it's her birthday.
Who gives a person a ticket on their birthday? I wasn't
So
like, okay, I get it. I'm not abiding by the law, and that's your job, whatever. But it was like, I don't know. It just felt, you had to write down the date of the citation being issued and also my date of birth on the same form. And you had to have notice. Like, there's no...
Like, he knew it was her birthday.
Notice. Like, he knew it was my birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm just a girl.
Yeah.
And it was my birthday.
And she was going to work.
I was going to work. Oh, yeah.
On her birthday.
On my birthday.
And
I showed up to work late and sobbing. What was the and?
Starbucks.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, prior to that.
It was one thing after another.
Yeah, prior to that, my barista at Starbucks just wasn't very nice, which is pretty common, typical of a Starbucks barista. But I was like, come on, it's my birthday. And that's the reason why I was on my phone while driving. So that was part of it.
Yeah.
If I had a good experience with the barista,
she would have been sipping her coffee happily.
Exactly. I would have been driving, jamming to work. And honestly, when the cop pulled me over, I had Sabrina Carpenter on full blast. I had that album blasting on my speakers. I didn't even realize he was behind me for a minute. He used his little like speaker thing to yell at me, like, pull over. I was like, dang. Like, it looked like a threat. Yeah, I was getting a ticket.
He body cammed her.
Yes. He said, just letting you know, you're being recorded. And like, maybe they have to do that with everyone, but it felt unnecessary to record a situation like this. Like, I wasn't like drunk driving. I wasn't like...
It was a very dramatic reaction to
what was
her.
happening. It was 7 a.m. Yeah. It was 7 a.m.
7 hours into the birthday.
He said, you had your phone in your right hand. Lie, officer. I'm left-handed.
Try again.
Try again.
Receipts, please.
So, yeah. Not a good start. Rough start to the birthday. Went to work. 10-hour shift. Loved that on my birthday.
Score.
I got off work, and I was just exhausted. I come home, and my lovely and beautiful and gorgeous, perfect best friend and fiance had decorated the apartment all cute and sweet for me. Yes. So it was a really good start to the birthday weekend. Like,
as soon as she walked in, it was we were ready for her.
It was redeemed. It was good. So we kicked off. I changed clothes and we said, we're out for the night. We tried a new cocktail place downtown, just kind of played it by ear. Mm-hmm. So we went to a few spots down there, just like stayed where we live because we had plans the next day. But we just went out, which was kind of a rare occasion for us. Me. Yeah. We don't go out like that a lot. Yeah. Yeah, even my sister.
Do on like a rare occasion, but like not regularly, and we never go out. So it was like a very special.
For sure. And my sister even said, she was like, that was honestly shocking the way you were spending your actual birthday. Like she was like, I would expect that behavior from myself, but not you. And I was like, oh, well, I had a tough day. I needed it. Yeah. So it was really fun.
It was really, really fun.
It was definitely fun especially because we don't go out, but if we were to go out, we wouldn't go out where we live. Yeah. Normally. Mm-hmm. So it was fun.
Yeah.
I liked it.
And we ate good food.
Had
good drinks. Mm-hmm. And we sung karaoke.
That
was our last stop. Was
always
karaoke.
A win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very fun. And even the songs we didn't know, we just wanted to have fun. So we were just playing along. Yeah. So that was like fun. Yeah. Like everyone around us was like, what is this? And we're like, no, we know it.
But I was going to say, it definitely was just like a fun vibe. Yes. Like everyone is just... Yeah.
We were just going to like make the best out of everything. She sung Fergalicious with her sister, and then we sung Hot to Go. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So
I had also been screaming the lyrics to all the songs prior to that moment. So my voice was gone by the time we got up to sing Hot to Go. And I was like, oh, shoot.
No, my
I
voice
can't
was
sing
like
Chapel
really,
Roan
really
with
gone.
a like hoarse voice.
Yeah.
I was like, this
And I was
is
like thirsty. I was like
Yes, I
parched and
know.
my throat hurt.
I was like,
'cause
can we
singing,
actually pause
I was
and
like,
restart? I need to like
yeah.
lubricate the vocal cords a little
Need
bit.
to recover real quick.
Definitely. Can we pause and restart?
Yeah. So that was Friday night.
Yeah.
And then Saturday night was more birthday fun, but on a way more like slow paced level.
Yeah.
Started at the farmer's market to get.
Yeah. We started at the farmer's market to get my sourdough bread from these. I don't even know what their little company farm thing is called.
Yeah.
But they're these Amish men, and they sell the best
She loves it.
sourdough bread. If you know, you know. So then we went to Seven Brew.
Yeah.
Went to Seven Brew. We got coffee. Made a few pit stops.
Mm-hmm.
Went shopping because I'm just a girl.
She's just a girl. We had to go shopping.
Yeah. So we went shopping, and then
We got a very cute matching shirt. We went to Hawkers in Nashville.
I went to it's
Asian street
Korean
food? Okay.
street food.
Okay.
But I guess you can just lump it as, I guess, under Asian street food.
Yeah.
But it's really good. If you haven't been, you should go.
Then we did a couple vintage shops.
Mm-hmm.
They were flops.
Certainly flops. And
Yeah.
for Nashville, it's not, like, I normally have,
Better luck.
better luck and just better vibes, I guess.
Yeah, the vibes were quite bad.
It was late in the
both of
day.
shops.
Everyone was tired, I guess.
Yeah,
don't
I guess
know.
the shops that we went to, it was like 4 and they were going to close
Yeah.
at 4:30 or
Yeah.
something. So
And we didn't have plans for the night. So when we came back in, I was honestly planning on just chilling, spending the night, like watch a movie or something.
yeah.
We got a call. And we were being beckoned to come to Nashville.
Yeah.
Out to Oktoberfest.
Which again, it like the whole weekend was just so out of character
Yeah,
for
super.
like either of us, and it's not like we're far from Nashville, but it's just not to the level of convenience to like
Yeah.
go to Nashville like we did. But we just like we got ready real quick, changed, and then went to Oktoberfest. It was Oktoberfest weekend, and yeah, it was just so many things that we did were just not things we normally do, and we're like, oh my gosh, we are acting our age right now. We're having so much fun.
Yeah, just having plans back to back, night out back to back is not normal for me, especially because I was home for college, so it's not like I did a lot of that in college either. So when I do, I'm always like, I'm gonna take advantage of it. Like when I get the opportunity.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
And it made our weekend so long, especially.
Oh, for sure.
Honestly, part of it was probably the fact that we were supposed to go to Oktoberfest during the day Sunday.
Yeah.
Since we went Saturday night, we got like all Sunday back. But in general, like Saturday morning, I was like, oh my gosh, it's only Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Usually my Saturdays, I feel like they go by so fast, and it makes me so stressed because I'm like, not Monday again.
And I'm not normally off work on Saturdays, so I felt like I had a really long weekend.
It was good. Yeah.
But
and then Oktoberfest had like a DJ, I guess, because at the time we got there, I don't know what they do during the day, honestly. I've only been at night. But the DJ like came out, and it was so much fun. We just hung out on the dance floor, and they honestly played pretty good music.
It was pretty. The DJ was good
for what the expectations
especially
were.
in comparison to DJs that I've heard. He was pretty good. Like the songs he played,
fun.
he knew when to switch it too.
Yeah,
I felt
and
like.
it was like just I don't know. Things are just really good when it's just our little group.
Yeah,
like we were just hanging out.
I made a best friend.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So what happened was I got abandoned for a brief moment because you and Justin went to the bathroom.
Yeah, Justin didn't want me to go to the bathroom alone, but I was going to pee my pants.
Yeah.
To go to the bathroom.
So y'all went to the bathroom, and Adam went somewhere. I think he went with his dad somewhere. They went to get another drink or something.
Okay.
I don't know. But it was like such a split second. Like he wasn't far away either. Like I could see him. And so I was like, I don't know. I was just dancing, doing my thing. And a girl comes up to me and she was like, I saw you all alone dancing. Like, I just thought that, like, you needed someone to dance with. And it was very sweet. But I definitely wasn't really alone. Like, I was alone for, like, that moment. But, like, it was sweet. Her name was Melanie. Shout out, Melanie.
She looks like a Melanie. That checks out.
She's in school to get her PhD at Fandy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came back from the bathroom and I was like, who is this chick? We just, like, walked over and I was like, and then she just stayed.
Her friends,
was the most interesting part.
Her friends were sitting off to the side because they didn't want to. She said that they didn't want to come out there, and she said, "I love to dance, so I'm gonna be out here." And she kept talking about being married and her husband, whatever. And there was this random guy that was like dancing with us, and I said, "Oh, is that your husband?" And she was like, "No, I don't know that guy."
He wouldn't leave. Neither of them honestly would. She did end up going back to her friends, or her friends came out and danced with her, or at something. She
went
separate.
to the bathroom at one point and left. And then when she left, we left.
Yeah, we separated at some point, and we still saw her regroup with her people, and we were on our own and we were good. But this other guy, it wasn't like he stayed with us, but he just came back regularly for brief moments. Like, it wasn't like our group was now 5. It was just like in passing, he'd walk past and then just like talk to Melanie, I guess, and hang out. And yeah, it was just very strange because we're also a group of 4. It's not like we're a group of 4 women. It's like we are both there with a man. And so it was just very strange that he just chose us out of all the people on the dance floor to just, yeah, I'm going to stand with you guys. Where were his friends? He was just bebopping around the group.
I don't know, but I just keep laughing because he just had such a specific look about him. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you were like, I just know that man's a firefighter.
He just looked like a firefighter. That's the best way I can explain it.
Like a creepy
he wasn't,
firefighter.
Unfortunately.
Like,
I was wrong.
A weird firefighter.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything wrong. He was nice, I guess. But
yeah. It was just kind of weird, the amount of time
because even whenever we left and came back, he found us.
Yes. I thought when I came back, because I didn't know how Melanie appeared. Melanie was just there when I got back from the bathroom. I thought not necessarily that they were together when they got there, but like they were hanging out while they were there. Like they met on the dance floor or whatever. And that was not the case.
I know.
But that's
why
I
they
gave
were together.
Grace. Yeah. Because I thought he was just like.
I thought he
she's
was
part of
her
our
weird
group.
husband.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
She said hubby stayed home. Okay. Who was this
Sorry
man?
about this mustache
Stranger.
man. Yeah. He kind of looked like the Cloudy with the Meatballs dad.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Kinda.
He kind of did.
The mustache is probably the only thing that really.
Yeah.
I felt like he looked like a character, but I couldn't picture who. He reminded me of someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we took it pretty easy Sunday.
We definitely took a pretty easy Sunday. I took a pretty easy Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Really chilled.
Yeah. So we both watched. She said that actually she got me into the show, which normally I feel like I bring in the shows, but you brought me to the show.
Yeah.
And you said that you saw it on TikTok?
Mm-hmm. I saw the day that Nobody Wants This from Netflix was released. I saw Adam Brody and Kristen Bell doing, I probably saw like 4 different interviews on TikTok that day. And I guess I wasn't home or something. Like I wasn't in the house, but I saw the videos. They kept coming up, I guess, probably hashtags and For You page and all of the algorithm stuff. But it kept coming up. I really like Kristen Bell and I love Leighton Meester, Adam Brody's wife. They just seem to have like a very good energy during interviews. And so when I don't know, I was just like convinced I needed to watch it. So started watching it when I got home that day and really liked it. I thought it was sweet and wholesome and filmed very well. The music was good. Just, I don't know, there were a lot of parts that I liked in a show and it was short, so it was an easy watch. Like, I could finish it in a couple days. So I recommended it. And you watched it all today?
I watched it all today.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very easy watch.
Well, it was very easy, and the episodes I felt like were shorter.
Yeah, they're like 25 minutes, I think. Yeah,
they were shorter.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I turned it on this morning at one point, and then I realized, I was like, oh, shoot, it's later in the afternoon. And it kept asking me, like, Netflix was like, are you still watching, blah, blah, blah. And then by the, like, right after I pressed, like I was still watching, it was over. And I was like, wait, that was the end? Because there was not really a resolution, I felt like.
No, there really
sort
wasn't.
of was, but...
I felt like there was a resolution in the way that they left it open-ended.
Yeah.
It could be counted as a resolution if they don't get another season, or
that could be
counted. It could be opened back up if there was another season. But I did find it disappointing just because when I was watching the last episode, I was probably 3 to 5 minutes in, not very long. I was like, how is it going to end in the next 20 minutes? Mm-hmm. Like, it didn't feel like there was enough traits going on that is like the last of an episode, the wrapping up part. So I was confused how that was going to end. I guess it ended fine. It was just fine. It was just neutral. It could have been more dramatic in either direction, but I guess it was sweet.
I don't feel strongly enough about it that I felt like it should have been circulating the internet, but I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was cute. I love Kristen Bell.
Yeah. It was just a cute little wholesome easy watch.
It was a cute little easy watch, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I just didn't think it was, I don't know. I just wish it,
I don't
wish
know,
it was
but we're also watching Tell Me Lies, and that's circulating the internet,
oh my
and
gosh.
I don't get that one for sure.
Speaking of shows that are circulating the internet at this moment, I have been told by several people I should watch Tell Me Lies. So I am, and we are, but we're not very far in, to be fair. We're not far at all, but I don't know the
when it
plot.
Gets good?
Like, it feels like nothing's, like, Everything's happening, but nothing is happening.
Yes. It feels like so much of what we're watching is just nothing. Mm-hmm. And then everything at one time, and then nothing again.
Yeah.
So I'm just not, I don't know what we're going to get into. And it started, I guess, technically kind of interesting with, we started at the wedding and then flashed back, and now we're in the flashback. That's interesting, but there's not, I don't know. It's just not clicking, I guess. And I don't love the Steven.
Yeah.
Steven. I do not love Steven, I guess. He's just very weird vibes to me. Creepy, and I'm just confused, I guess, of why we're interested.
Yeah, I don't get him either, and I don't get him in the past or the present.
No.
So, I don't know. I don't know. I think I guess maybe they're just trying to draw it out so you get really, like, show the past of them so you can really get connected to the characters and, like, their backstories, and especially, like, how they all, like, the group dynamic of it all. But I definitely don't see where it's going from here. Yeah. And I think maybe people
I hope it gets a lot better, or everyone is just really liking the naughtiness of the show.
Could be that. Could be the scandal of it all. I don't know. But I don't know.
It hasn't clicked.
No, not much.
I'm technically interested. However, I don't think that's saying very much, because I have watched a lot of movies recently that I reflect back after I've watched them. I'm like, I was interested, but it wasn't good. So right now, that's how I'm feeling about Tell Me Lies. It's like, I'm curious just because everyone is talking about it. So how will it get better? What's going to happen? But right now, it does feel like it's just kind of bland, I guess. Bland and moody all at the same time, but in not good ways. I guess moody in a bad way. Bland's already a bad way.
We need to get caught up on Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
We've got do we have 2 episodes to watch, or is the other one coming out tonight?
It's coming out tonight.
So we have one.
We have one to watch.
We have one to watch.
But I'm so excited.
I'm excited because I keep having
them.
I keep having to skip the spoilers on TikTok. Mm-hmm. And I'm also watching Love is Blind.
How many people go home on normal weeks? Because I know that one.
I think it's
went 2.
I think it's 2.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it changes as
that
they evolve.
That is interesting.
But I don't know.
Because I kind of forgot about that aspect of it. I guess I'd never seen it. But I don't know. When we started, I was like, oh, everyone's dancing.
I don't even remember who went home last time we watched.
I don't either.
The old guy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was the old guy. It was the old guy and the male pro that just started.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So what's her face?
Yeah.
Anna Delvey.
Yes.
And Ezra.
It was those 2. Mm-hmm. And
which is really sad, actually.
It's very interesting.
He deserved a better chance.
He did deserve a better chance. And I saw his reflection post, I guess on Instagram, and he was so glass half full, and I would have been so glass half empty, because I'm like, I just started and I only got 2 episodes 2 weeks in.
And like, realistically, what's the next opportunity he's going to get as far as that is concerned?
So I would be so disappointed. And he was very generous with his words, I would say. He was
I think
kind.
they're like the media training they get or whatever, like really, they like have to be that way, because one, the show is very charismatic and energetic and positive.
It is.
And
Everyone does seem
Everyone's
good.
very smiley. There's a very good energy about them. And you could tell even whenever she was saying things, whenever like the interviewer, whoever would ask them about things, like she was very negative in like real life, and he was always like very trying to bring it back together. Bring it back in. Yeah, so maybe he just has to be that way to like get a better shot of like being brought back on the show. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't watched enough.
I felt
Dancing
so
with the
bad
Stars to know, but I did feel really bad for him. So
it is interesting seeing who gets to go home, because I forgot about that aspect of it, and like I'm definitely drawn in. Who's going home this week?
I know. I forget about that too. I'm like, I think we're just watching people dance and get better.
Oh, I guess.
I don't know how many couples there are.
I don't know. I guess it's all going to start moving fast, like Bachelor always does. After the first couple of weeks, it's like, wait, there's only 12 people left or something weird. Yeah.
Love is blind. Okay. I'm not far in. I'm in the first episode.
I did see someone, saw a TikTok earlier that was like, this is your sign to start writing, like start from episode 1, but write down your feelings and reflect on them, which I thought was funny, because it's like, it's just like first impressions. But then by the end, I thought it was interesting.
I wanted to wait and watch it with you, but since we were watching Tell Me Lies, I didn't know when we would finish that.
We have so much.
I wanted to watch, and I was gonna say we have a lot of shows to watch. Yeah. I didn't think we'd be able to watch all of them together because our time off is gonna be different. Yeah. But I love Love is Blind. I think Love is Blind is one of the best like romance reality franchise situations we have. I love Love is Blind. It's the ones where it's like the couples in the pods.
I did watch one episode of something with you, but this would have been years ago.
Maybe it was Love is Blind. I don't know. No, I don't think so.
I don't think it was.
I love Love is Blind. I think it's so great.
I might start it, and we can chat about it too.
Yeah, because everyone's talking about it, and those are the ones I've been having to skip. They're like, we just found out the reason why they use the golden cups. I'm like, don't tell me.
Like, I don't want to find out.
Or like, they're like, oh, it's so crazy that they told us, the producers showed us all this stuff, and then by the end wouldn't even show us this couple on the, like, whatever. And I'm like, I don't want to blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear any of their names. I don't want to know anything about who ends up with who.
Yeah.
Because I already have biases on who I think would be a good match based on the initial conversations. But I'm fearful because I think with Love is Blind, a lot of times on Love is Blind, they make the wrong choice. They're in between two people, and they'll be in between the person who they know they could, like, they are the most, like, have the most aligned with, and, like, that they could build a great foundation for a relationship or a marriage moving forward, or anything like that. Like, they know that would work in partnership, but they're conflicted because their other person is someone who's more exciting. There's more exciting, more chemistry, more excitement. Yeah. But, like, it's exciting because it's different, not because it's necessarily good for you. Like, and I think that's my number one issue with, like, why couples don't work out with Love is Blind is they always pick the wrong choice. Like, there's always two people and they pick the wrong one. Sometimes they pick the right one, but rare. But I like it. I love Love is Blind, so I'm excited. So our topic this week is pet peeves. Everybody's got them. Mm-hmm. And we've got a lot.
And they're just interesting because, honestly, probably a lot of people have similar ones, but you just don't talk about them.
For sure.
Because you just don't think of them. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just like these little annoying things happen in passing that bother you, but it's not like you're going to go up to someone and really say that. So I feel like mine are a little bit quirky, so they'll be interesting to explain.
To me, pet peeves are kind of like an eye twitch situation. Like, whoever gets it and also, like, is annoyed by that gets it, and you guys, like, either make eye contact and make a face and, like, you recognize it. Yeah. Or whenever I'm, like, at work, sometimes, because there's cameras everywhere, sometimes I treat it like The Office. And I'm like, I look up at the camera, I'm like, did you see that? Like, seriously? Because it's like,
someone else has to
see that. Yeah. I definitely do that. I wonder if they watch the cameras.
I'm sure they don't.
I'm sure they don't, but
if they ever need to.
I'm camera ready.
Staring at the corner.
Yeah. So I definitely think, like, niche pet peeves are always
they're so fun. Yeah. I think that this is just such a good topic, and it's just interesting to know what bothers people and what makes them tick, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, my top one is the only one that I initially thought of, that I was like, when I think of pet peeves, this comes to mind because it happens a lot. My first one is when someone asks you to do something or tells you to do something that A, you were either already in the middle of doing, or B, were about to go do. Like, oh my God, it makes me so mad. Yeah. Like, can you do the dishes? I was literally walking to the kitchen. What did you think I was doing? When I'm at work, if someone asks me, can you put that in a box? No, I'm going to throw it on the ground. What did you think I was going to do with that?
I was going to grab it with my fingers and pass it to them.
Yeah. Just don't, stupid questions.
That actually makes me think of one.
Yeah.
This one is whenever you're doing something with someone else, or, like, there's multiple people involved. This happens for me at work. And they say we. Mm-hmm. And they never define who is doing it. It's like, okay, we need to do this. Who? Who's you and the mouse in your pocket? Who's doing it? I don't understand who the job is going to. And there are people at work that do this, like, a lot more than others. And I'm like, I know that you don't mean you. So why are you saying we? They say, like, assign it. Like, Cosette, can you do this? Because, I don't know. It just really grinds my gears. I'm like, we are not both doing this one thing. We're not both making the phone call. So can we just decide?
I think it's because we're taught, especially in a professional setting, that to use we instead of, like, I or me or my, because whenever you're taught to, like, acknowledge your issues in a group setting or a professional setting, it's a, we need to work on doing this, or we need to move forward doing this. Yeah. And so I think that's probably where it gets, like, mixed up.
Yes. But, like, when accountability is, like someone has, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay.
That led me to that. Okay. My first one. I know you're going to be so much weirder. I did go kind of neutral for the first one because I didn't want to start with my second one. Okay.
I want to hear.
When people have conversations on speakerphone in public or listen to TikToks in public loudly.
I wrote that one down too.
It drives me crazy.
It drives me insane when someone is watching, like, a YouTube video or like a game loudly on their phone, out loud in public.
Yes.
Like, even if you're going to listen to it out loud, Why so loud?
Why so loud? My specific examples, I feel like the locations I typically see this in would be restaurants, people waiting at a restaurant. Not when they're sitting down, but when you're like waiting and they're playing TikToks out loud.
Loudly.
Listen to TikToks. So, yes, I was going to say the airport. I'd listen to TikToks on silent sometimes.
Yeah.
Just because why add to the noise in the room? Even if it's like, even here, even in my own home, sometimes it's just on silent. I'm just, I don't know. Not an overstimulated thing. I don't know. I just do. But like in public, I feel like I used to see people do this all the time. And the football game.
But those should be like normal social rules.
Yes.
Like, don't do that.
And the phone calls don't bother me as much as like videos just because it's a conversation.
I was going to say.
It doesn't bother me as much.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know. When it's not a FaceTime, when they're just like on speaker, I'm like, I don't know. I just find it strange. I guess it's not as much of a pet peeve. It's more like, I just wonder why you're doing that.
It's
why
not
do you feel the
better
need?
either? You can hear them better when they're not on speakerphone and they can hear you better.
Yes.
I guess that'd be a pet peeve of mine is whenever I call someone, oh, you know what? When someone calls me, they put themselves on speaker, like they put me on speaker, and then I can't hear anything they're saying, and they're like, oh, I don't know why you can't hear me, and then they take me off speaker, immediately it's 10,000 times better. What do you mean you don't know why?
Because you're 2 feet away from the phone. That's why. Yeah, that is annoying.
People who back into parking spots in a very busy parking lot.
For sure, true.
Like,
yeah,
it's a Saturday and we're at Target. Why are you backing in right now?
Yes.
And you're not good at it.
Yeah,
so you had to retry.
If someone's behind you and it's not at your own like home, even here I find it a little bit annoying. But I rarely ever see people behind me. And personally, I always drove a small car. Like until this year, I always drove a very, very small car, and so I feel a lot more comfortable now that I have like a larger SUV, a medium-sized SUV. I don't know. I feel a lot more comfortable backing into a spot because of the camera, of course, because my front end was probably multiple feet shorter in the car I used to drive than the car I am now. And so if there's like only spots where cars are on both sides of me, I get a little freaked out. I probably would be totally fine, but it just kind of scares me. So I prefer to back in a situation that is like at our home where I know that all the spots will probably be like taken, so I have to. But like if I'm in public and there's people behind me, I'll park further away if I feel the need. Like, so I can pull in. I can pull in if I park further away and then no one's waiting on me. I'm not going to like, if there's 2 cars behind me at Target. Target's the perfect example. But yeah, why are we, yeah. It's just
why are you
annoying.
backing in?
Yeah. I have a lot of car ones
I was
on
going to say
mine.
car ones, a lot of car ones, and even parking lots in general. Like, people who drive the wrong way down.
And then they look
like,
at you.
Yes. Like
the look they give you like you killed their firstborn. And I'm like, it's the arrow?
It's angled parking. There's arrows everywhere. I don't know what you thought was going to happen.
Yes. I just can't stand the look. I find it annoying in general, and
I don't tolerate the look. I'm going to be honest with you.
I won't move, if I'm being honest.
Really?
You're going to have to fit around me because you're going the wrong way. If I'm going where I'm, like, if I'm where I'm supposed to be.
You're in the right.
And yes, exactly.
That's their problem. Their inconvenience.
Yes. Or even the people that, like, just drive through in, like, the middle of the road. Like, a lot of people do that in the apartments or, like, neighborhoods where they're driving way more in the middle of the road. And then they look at you like you're stupid. I'm like, I'm going to fall off into the ditch. Can you maybe move a couple feet on your side of the road?
I definitely drive in the middle of the road in my mom's neighborhood, but not when someone's coming.
Not when someone's coming, yeah. But people do that all the time here. People are always in the middle of the road here.
Yeah, here, they're always in the middle of the road. They stay in the middle of the road, and they look at you, and they don't go...
You're going to drive into the driver's side of my car.
Yeah.
What am I doing wrong?
And you can't even, like, be annoyed, like, back at them because you know you'll see them because we live here.
Yes. It is the worst when you can't express.
Oh, my gosh. We should do an episode on, like, neighbor things, like, weird neighbor things.
That
I feel
would
like
be
we
fun.
could, especially
just
as we
gossiping about neighbors.
No, just like, I don't know. Maybe neighbor stories or something.
Yeah, that could be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's probably risky.
Yeah. Okay. My second one is when people bend their fingers backwards. No. And it's not people that are double jointed. I have forgiveness for that. But
forgiveness.
People that when they do a thumbs up, if you're only listening, you're really missing out. People that do a thumbs up and their back knuckle bends a little further.
What do you expect them to do about it?
It just bothers me. Or like if someone's like putting their pointer finger down. I feel like people used to do this all
I know what you're saying.
It drives me insane. What is that? The last part of your finger, the last bit of knuckle to nail part, when it bends too far back, like, I feel like I used to see people do that in high school a lot, maybe the desk of it all. It used to, that was like, it drove me crazy in high school.
I always have nails, so like I can't.
Yeah. But like my fingers are like straight. As far as my like fingers will go back is basically straight. But when people like
Mine are kind of not straight. Like my thumb.
Yeah. Justin's is kind of bad.
Adam's is bad. I think it's a man thing.
It drives me insane. I'm like, why is your finger
Because now that I'm
bending
thinking about it, I've
backwards?
never seen a woman do that. So maybe it is a man thing.
But people that have thumb toes. Wait, toe thumbs. They be
with thumb
bending
toes.
backward. Yes. What is wrong with your
Justin.
Your thumb is weird. It gives me the creeps.
She's like, actually, let me go through my list of icks.
I don't like when fingers bend backwards. And double jointed people are excluded from this because you can't help it. But what is wrong with the rest of the freak populations?
Well, can you help it?
I mean, probably not, but like they're double jointed. They're allowed. But I'm like, why is your finger like, ugh? There was one of my friends in high school. It was like always a bother thing for me. She'd just do it for fun.
Maybe she knew it bothered you.
No, yeah, exactly. She
Ew.
knew it bothered me. So
That's annoying.
And I'm like, heebie-jeebies.
One of your friends in high school?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ugh, just knew it.
Why did she do that?
I don't know.
It's not even like, ooh, you know what I hated? When people would do like a weird thing that people would do that like gave me the heebie-jeebies. People who would freaking, it was mostly children, but like people who would flip their eyelids. Like,
I
flip
hate
them up.
that. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I did hate
Ew.
that.
And then,
Yeah.
and yeah, I had a friend who would do that. Like, over, and she knew it bothered me. She would do it. And I was like, you're weird for that.
Yeah,
Like
it is
people who
weird.
do something because they know it bothers you.
Mhm.
It's like one thing if it's like your dad or something. But like
yeah.
a friend,
It's kind of bizarre. For sure. Yeah.
don't love. Oh, this is kind of mean, but I don't know. When people ask me questions that they can easily find the answer to.
True.
Either A, in our text thread, like scroll
Oh
back.
my God. When people ask me for an address
When I've given
over
them,
and
yeah,
over.
Yeah. You can go to our text, like you can look up like, the word
Yes.
address. Or you can,
Yes.
like, I'll look up keywords.
Yes.
That's what that feature is for.
I'll look up like address or phone number
Mhm.
or literally any context clues before I ask someone the same question twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only exception is if you like just got a new phone or if like you've recently like deleted all your messages or something like that. I don't know. But like realistically, I can mostly find the answer I need before bothering someone.
Or like, honestly, this one doesn't bother me as bad as that. But when people like double check a time that was said on text.
I agree. And it's like it's
when
like
are
the
we
last
hanging
text.
out?
Yeah.
And yeah, they're like, when are we hanging out? And I'm like, and it's like been planned for like a week or something. And it's the day of. It's 2 hours before. And I'm like,
Especially
Two
because that
messages
makes it makes you feel like they're not prepared for the thing that they planned with you.
yeah.
That
It just drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Which I guess I don't experience that much anymore. But that used to really bother me. I'm like, when we have plans.
Yeah.
Like, just remember.
Write it down.
Yeah. Just pay
Look back at our
attention.
text.
Yeah. Just literally go up 2 messages. It'll be fine.
Yeah, so that's definitely one of mine.
People that chew on their straws.
Oh, yeah.
Not even necessarily the people or the action of the chewing, but the result of that. When I look over at your drink and your straw is all chewed up.
What do they do with like reusable cups and stuff? Like usable ones? Do they guess they maybe just have silicone straws?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that was definitely more of a thing.
In high school?
Yeah. Or I'm not hanging out with people that do that anymore.
Oh.
But that drove me crazy. Honestly,
now I need to know who does it.
I feel did it.
I was going to guess that was the person, but because I couldn't remember based on, because we always had coffee. So I was trying to think.
But it just drives me crazy. I don't know. I just don't want to look over at your cup and see like, it's like flat. Your straw is flat.
Yeah. And then like, you definitely don't trust drinking after them.
No, I'm not.
Like,
That's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine.
Okay. I don't like when people say, like, they'll text you or say to you in person, but mostly text, be like, I need to call you or call me or text me. And they know that I'm not going to be available to, text them anytime soon, like I'm at work or something, or call them anytime soon, or even talk to them anytime soon. Like, if we can't talk about it right now, what's the point in causing my anxiety?
Prefacing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, unless it's like, I don't know. Unless it's like a joke, like, oh, I can't wait to tell you this later. Like, that's one thing. But I don't like when people are like, I need to tell me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Call me ASAP.
Oh.
Why?
Yeah. That is very annoying.
Nerve-wracking.
People that wear headphones while driving.
Oh my gosh. That is...
It's so unsafe.
It has to be illegal.
That's what I thought.
I thought it was illegal because... But I know someone who does it. I don't know if it's illegal or not, but...
It drives me
insane up a wall.
Because, one, all the safety things. Like, and I guess that's most of it. But, like, all the safety things, I'm like, why do you... It's one thing, I guess, to the earbuds in one ear. If you have an AirPod. But over
the head.
Yes, over the head headphones is insane to me. We passed someone with over-the-head headphones the other day driving, and they were in, like, a new car. I'm like, I know you have a radio. Like, I feel like that was a thing more maybe when we were kids and, like, radios were out or, you know, it was only radio. It wasn't Bluetooth. It wasn't whatever. And you'd see that maybe a lot more with, like, wired headphones. But, again, it was usually only one. I'm like, over-the-ear headphones and driving in your, like, 2022 car, I'm just confused. And, like, we live in a populated area. Like, there's gonna be sirens. Like, we're not far from a hospital. There are sirens, and there's, like, people could be honking. If, like, there are just, it's just so unsafe.
I can't hear without headphones on, so if I had headphones on, I'd never hear anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wonder why they can't just play from their speakers.
Have you ever been in a car while someone's got headphones on?
No.
It scares me.
Who?
My dad. Like, I'd wake up on a road trip and he'd have his headphones on. And I'd be like, is that safe?
Yeah, I just had to deal with whatever, like, the driver wants to listen to. It's what we're listening to.
I don't know why he did that. Maybe because we were all sleeping. I don't know if it just kept him awake because it was louder and closer to his ears. I don't know. But I would wake up and be like, hey, now. Sir?
Seems wrong.
Yeah.
Seems a little bit wrong, yeah.
Oh, when I'm planning on getting in the shower or starting a load of laundry and someone else decides right in that moment that they want to get in the shower or start a load of laundry. This applied a lot more whenever I lived at home because I had ability.
Someone else.
Yeah, someone
Adam.
else. Adam. Not naming names.
No. One of the people I live with.
Adam. I live with. It's not Pookie or Bubba. It doesn't really apply as much now because it just doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Because we do our laundry together and whatever, it's like just not a thing. But at home, like, oh, it made me so mad because we shared bathrooms. I had siblings, and so it was just always a thing. And now I feel like when I go on trips, I'm like kind of still weird about it. So like when we're talking about who gets to shower first on a beach trip or on a trip or whatever, I'm like I just don't want to be like expecting to get to shower at a certain time and then someone else be like, oh, I'm gonna go.
I'll be quick. I'll go. Yes.
Oh my god, that I'll be quick. You're a liar. Don't ever speak to me. Oh, that I hate that. Yeah, so that one's a bad one.
Like, are you not gonna wash yourself? How are you gonna be quicker than me?
How are you gonna be quicker than me? Tell me.
Let me hear it. Really curious. Yeah, that is. I was an only child, so I have nothing to add. I guess
I was gonna say that might be not a thing for you. You had your own bathroom. What a blessing.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to add. But when ads for games on your phone are nothing like the real game. You're playing a game and you have to like sit through the ad, but it's like one of those trial ones and you watch it and you're like, wait, that was kind of fun. And you download the app and it's nothing like it.
Yeah. I hate that actually.
It's so annoying.
Yeah. Because honestly, I don't interact with ads. I think that ads are the worst thing in the world. So I just skip them as fast as I can. But there have been times where I have interacted with the like ones you have to or whatever. The like, I don't know, there's like that water one. Yeah. You can like move the colors of water into the tubes and whatever. But I downloaded the app and it was different. And I was like, oh, this is a lie.
I don't experience it a lot. It was something that I had written down complaining about a long time ago. But when you get a game for like a road trip or a flight or whatever you have going on, that you are kind of just sitting down, just playing a phone game for once in our busy lives, it drives me insane because there are ads all the time. And then they show you the same ones. And I'm like, wow, this looks kind of like it would be fun too. It's not fun. It sucks. Or you have to like pay for the like special stuff to do things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just to complain. Just a very random niche one, but it's
That is
happened
pretty
and
niche.
I've gotten annoyed.
And I felt the same way,
Yeah.
so I guess it's not too niche, just niche enough.
Yeah.
This might be, I don't have children, so this is...
True.
When people who have children are in public spaces and they aren't watching the child, so they let the child like run off and roam, and then the child happens to be inconveniencing me, but I can't say anything and I have to wait till they notice.
So much a pet peeve.
Yeah, that's really bad. Because, one, your child ran across the store and you didn't notice, so
Yes.
that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Two, they don't apologize when they realize the child's inconveniencing you. They honestly are
They
just...
laugh it off.
They either laugh it off or they're really mean to the child.
Yes.
As if they're the one in the wrong when the child is
Yeah.
just a child.
Yeah.
You have to watch
Literally
them and
a
parent
toddler or
them, and
something,
they're curious. They're gonna run off there, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at the kid. I'm just saying they always either laugh it off and they don't apologize, or they take it out on the kid. Like, they're angry because they're embarrassed, but
Yes.
they weren't watching their child.
Yes. Yeah. And they have not created
Yeah.
that like
Boundary,
relationship or boundary with their child to know that.
Mhm.
And I do feel like there are obviously there are parents that this doesn't happen to, so I feel like there are ways to do it.
I agree with you. There are parents that this doesn't happen to.
Yeah. And I feel like I've noticed this most like in shopping lines. Like when you're in line and oh my gosh, we were at Marshall's, I think. And someone tried to spray Justin with
yeah.
it was like a cleaning thing. And there was like in the queue there's like pink stuff, and there was a set of cleaning things, and this, I don't know, 3 or 4-year-old boy came up and like started spraying stuff at us. Obviously, yeah, the parents are either many people behind us or many people in front of us, and we were just like, I mean, this is annoying, but it's the kid not being...
Justin said, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Hey, don't do that. Which, that's better than me, because I just like move out of the way and stay silent. 'Cause
I'm like, I don't know what to do when they're like bumping into me and they're like grabbing
because
stuff
if you correct the child,
me.
if the parent sees you, they're gonna get mad at you. So like, it's weird. It's a very weird situation. I was
especially when you can't walk away.
Yeah,
when you're not like just walking around the store. You're like in line and you're like, well,
yeah,
it's me in the register.
I was trying to walk out of a store the other day, and there was a child pushing on both of the doors, like to exit, and I couldn't do anything. Like, I couldn't leave the store, but I also couldn't like grab the child and move it. And it was like a toddler, like they were maybe 2, and so I was like, okay, I can't do anything.
But
so
I'm
just like,
gonna
I'm
deal
looking
with
around the store. There's another lady also trying to leave. She's standing over beside me, and we're both like looking. I thought it was her kid at first. That's why I was like, are you gonna grab him or? And I was just waiting. We were just both waiting, and I like look around the store, and I'm like, I don't see anyone. Like, I don't know. So I stood there for kind of a good minute. It felt like a good minute at least. They noticed,
painful.
And they like take the child's hand and yank them away. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like you're gonna like just pay attention to your kid.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Let's try paying attention.
Not using a blinker.
Yeah, that's standard.
It's a basic one, but not using a blinker when you want to merge or get in. I guess these are kind of the same, but not necessarily. Like, get in my lane, whether it's just like you're just changing lanes or you're merging. I'm just like, at a 4-way stop and you don't have a blinker on.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Me too.
I just want.
It definitely does bother me. I will say my biggest issue with blinkers is when people turn on their blinker and I'm leaving plenty of room for them to get over and plenty of time for them to get over, and they don't.
Yes.
Go.
Yes.
You have your blinker. Go.
Yes. Whenever people do have it on, that happens. I noticed that most on Thompson. Broad to Thompson.
Yeah.
Where you have enough space, but I'm not going to slam on my brakes to let you over. Like, your lane ends, mine lane does not. That's why I'm in the correct lane, because I don't want to be you. I don't want to be stuck in this no-no lane and have to wedge my way over. I'm in the right lane. So if you want to get over and you have your blinker on, just get over. Either go faster or you slow down. But I'm not going to brake. Yeah. There's enough space. Like, it's not like I'm bullying you out, but like, go. Grow some. Go.
I also feel like at that specific spot, I have an issue with people who don't ever merge. Like, they literally wait till the lane runs out and hope that they get in. They don't stop.
It drives me crazy.
They never get over. They just wait.
Expect.
They expect to be let in.
I think.
What if I didn't want to let you in?
Yes, lane endings. Those are probably one of my biggest pet peeves, honestly. Yeah. Because
the lane is ending.
It's a very rare situation when it's 2 lanes It'd be maybe like an interstate situation where 2 lanes are coming into one and both have equal rights to this new lane.
Yeah.
That rarely ever happens. Someone has full rights to this lane, and someone needs to get over politely and like make their way over. But like if I'm in the right lane, like that's not my problem. And that's why merges bother me so much. Is like you're gonna have to figure out how to fit in here.
Yeah.
But like it's not gonna.
It bothers me
Merges
so much.
really grind my gears because it's not that difficult. I don't think.
One would think.
One would think. You just know that your lane is ending. Like, it's saying that the one lane is, it literally will say that, like right lane end or left lane in. And you have to get into the other one. It's not both of our lanes coming together. It's your lane coming into mine.
This is a pet peeve of mine that is innocent, I guess. Like, the person committing the crime is innocent.
Okay.
They don't know. But it irks me. Like, it makes me irrationally angry for no reason. I'm in the car driving. I like to listen to my music loud as heck. Like, loud. So it's turned all the way up. And someone will call me. Every time I'm, like, blasting music. It's never, like, when I'm just chilling, just, like, listening to a podcast or something. It's always when I'm, like, jamming out to a song, someone calls me. What do you want? And then they don't want to get off the phone. That's what irks me. Or whenever I'm listening to something or like I'm watching something, I'm really into it. Even today, I was watching that show and I was trying to I was honestly tuned in, trying to get it over with.
Yeah.
And I get a call. I say, hey. And it's a FaceTime actually. So it was like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm watching a show right now. Oh, okay, well, and they just keep talking and talking and talking. And me and my sister love to talk. So it was my sister and we normally do FaceTime a lot and talk a lot. But I was like, I'm watching something.
Yes.
And I kept being like, oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. I'm watching this. Like, I am watching this. Like, and I could just be like, I'm going to go. Yeah. But it feels rude.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I just didn't. But then eventually I was like, hey, I'm going to see you later. Like, I'm going to let you go. I'm trying to finish this. I'm trying to watch it. And like a lot of stuff is happening in it right now.
Yeah, that is. I do get annoyed when I'm just not in the headspace to chat.
Yeah.
Why is someone chatting?
And like, it's not their fault.
No, but like,
they don't know.
I'm just not in the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to be in the mood, for sure.
Yes, for sure. Like, I want to be the one making the call. Yeah. I don't want to be the one receiving the call. Almost ever.
Yeah. You know who I never call if I need to chat? Adam. I called him today. I know he's at work, but I call him and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Just working. Why? What do you need?
That's me.
Just calling. Did you leave the house? Yeah, I'm at the dog park with Pookie. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna let you go. Bye. Yeah.
That's me.
Loved that combo.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll chat. I don't know. I'll call, but
you guys really are brothers.
Yeah, we're brothers. Same reactions, phone calls.
Yeah. Which I guess I don't call you that often, but when we do,
yeah, we have a purpose.
Yeah, it's usually like it's quick. So
yeah. And it's just easier. Like whatever we're calling about, it's just easier.
And I see you enough to where if I want to chat with you, I'll just come over.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll do this.
Yeah. My next one was also one I had written down a long time ago, so it's not quite something we see as often. But when people put bronzing drops, specifically I put debronzy, but when people put bronzing drops under foundation.
Yeah.
Like a full face of foundation. Like you start out with your bronzing drops, and then it's not like concealer, and it's not like spot, and it's not like a light skin tint. Like it's just like full foundation over it. I'm like, what was the point of that? And I guess the specifics of debronzy was like, it was kind of expensive for like what it was. And I'm just...
It used to bother me a lot.
Yeah. It really did bother me.
It was like a year or two ago or something when people would do that. And I've never been like a full foundation person. Mm-hmm. So whenever I use that kind of stuff, it is just like acting as my base. Yeah. And so, yeah, it did bother me.
And I don't know. I just feel like if you did want it, like its purpose is to be on top. Yeah. So like, I get that you can't rub it in like with your hands if you already have stuff under, but I definitely feel like it would brush all right. Mm-hmm. If you just... Probably not Beauty Blender, but it would brush fine, I think. I don't know. It's just like, that was a waste. Now you've covered up your glow sparkles with foundation. Go you.
I don't know. People still do that, though.
Yeah. Just bothers me.
It's like part of people's routines. So
maybe they feel like it changes everything.
Maybe you're just missing out.
Maybe I'm just a hater. Probably I'm just a hater.
Probably.
Yeah.
We're just haters. Okay. This is kind of an obvious one, but people who have no awareness of their surroundings in general. So, like, if I'm in a grocery store and they have their cart in the middle of the aisle and I'm trying to, like, maybe, or their cart is in front of the thing I'm trying to look at, and like I'm obviously just awkwardly standing there, like waiting to see where
drives me
they
crazy.
Yeah, that will always irk me.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes it irks me. This is kind of related, but not really. But it really irks me if I'm like, say I'm at Sephora or Ulta or something. I'm looking at a makeup product and I'm deciding between 2 shades, or I'm in this area and a person stands and they're like crowding me, like they're waiting for me to move out of their way, even though I was here first already looking at the product. Like, give me a moment.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You want to see it, but like I'm trying to decide and I got to do swatches.
Yeah.
That really only applies to like makeup places, but for me, or like a bookstore or something.
But that does, yeah. Oh my gosh, it happened to me at a bookstore. There was literally one book I wanted, and this girl was looking at the one, like, the shelf above it. And she just stayed there. Like, she was reading it while she was there. And I was, like, she read, like, chapter 1, and I was like...
I'm gonna be honest, I do read a good chunk of books whenever I buy a book, because I want to make sure I'm gonna like it. So, I'll go to one of the designated areas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But
or
I'm like,
even,
I can't get to the book I want to see, because you're standing here. And she, like, I'd, like, walk by, and I was trying to find it at first. So I walked by on one side, and then I couldn't get past her, so I had to walk all on the other side.
Oh, I hate that.
And so I get to the other side, and I'm like, you could tell that I'm probably needing to get to where you are. You could just, like, scoot over for, like, 2 seconds, because it's not like, I don't know, what she was doing, it was not going to bother her if she scooted for, like, a minute or 2. But
there was something I needed to get to at a store one day, and it was the same thing. Like, I couldn't get through the aisle, so I went around.
Yeah.
And went back, and they were still in my way. So, like, if they moved over, like, 2 inches, I could grab it, and it would be fine. I'd walk away and look at it or whatever. But... nope.
I get annoyed. That reminds me. I get annoyed when people don't have shopping etiquette at like Marshalls or TJ Maxx.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they like stack the racks in such a way, but then if someone's like looking at the stuff next to you, I don't know. I just don't want anyone to be looking at the same rack as me, because they be pushing. Like when they're trying to see the next article of clothing, they're pushing the other hangers. And I'm like,
and I
you know there's someone down here.
But
I get it. But it just really does bother me.
Yeah. And that's probably the number one place that I have to go around the aisle.
Yes.
Is because you can't get through.
No.
And they're not moving.
You know.
So
I'm like, there was one time that I feel like the dress ones are always skinnier. But I was in the, maybe it was Ross dress section. And there was someone on one end and someone on the other. And I was in the middle. And I was like, I just want out. And no one was getting that, like, I needed to get out.
Yeah.
And it was fine. Like, they're not short aisles, so, like, they weren't right next to me. But I'm like, you do know you're blocking the aisle, right? And now I'm stuck here.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I hate that.
And there's no free people, and I'm ready to go.
So true. Like, why else did I come?
Why else would I be here? Let's be honest. My next one is another apartment/car/parking situation. That is when people park in the middle. Like, they stop their car basically in what you would consider the lane, even though there's parking spots everywhere. Ooh, that reminds me of another one. I'll finish this one first. But there's, like, parking spots everywhere, but they, like, stop in the lane. So, like, now you're, like, where I should be driving.
Yeah.
And there's a parking spot 7 feet away from you.
Yeah.
It just really bothers me. When people wait for a parking spot as I am only just getting in the car. Target, example. Other, like, crowded places. I, like, am getting in the car. Maybe I have to make a phone call. Maybe I have to figure out where I'm going to dinner. Maybe I have to figure something out. And someone just stops in the road, cramping everyone's style behind them, waiting on my spot. Well, no. With that in mind, I will never leave.
I definitely feel both sides of this argument, because I feel that side very heavily, because I was at Green Hills one day and I was just sitting in the parking lot, and there was a man just sitting behind me. And I was like trying to do my thing. Like, I was trying to look up what I wanted to do, like maps, whatever. Like, I wasn't moving. And honestly, I didn't move. So sorry. And like, but I will say, on the other side of that, when in places like that, you kind of have to wait for a spot. Like, Green Hills on a Saturday.
Yes, Green Hills on a Saturday or a college campus. Yeah, you're allowed.
At
if
Hawkers,
I saw
the other night, they had limited, like, free parking.
Yeah,
and so we were waiting on a spot, like, for my sister. Yeah, no,
and like a college campus, if I see someone that's like just circling the parking lot and I'm walking back to my car, I like would wave them down. Yeah, and like tell them where to go. You can take my spot. When there are other spots open, I guess, when there are other spots open.
And they just want the closest one.
Want the closest one.
Oh, yeah.
And then what will happen is they won't understand how much it takes for me to back out of my spot.
Yeah.
So then they won't give me enough space even if I wanted to leave. How do you expect me to get out right now? Mm-hmm. Even if I was feeling generous enough to leave, even though you're just crowding me, I couldn't. You're not giving me enough space.
Yeah.
So I find that really annoying.
Yeah.
Personally.
That definitely irks me. I definitely understand the whole waiting for a spot like that's closest, like at Target. Like, oh my God, walk. I'm sorry, walk. Like, it's not that hard. I'm sorry.
I am not going to hold up all the people behind me. If there's no one behind me, I might wait for a minute just to see if they go. But, like, if there are other people behind me, I'm just not going to just sit here. I don't know. I will stay there all day.
And if there's people behind me, I don't move unless it is, like, dire need, like we're in Nashville or something.
Yeah.
But, like, no, if there's someone behind me, I'm like, let's just make a loop. Like,
yes.
Everyone is taking the risk of making a loop. We're all looping until we find one. Like,
yep.
Just is what it is.
Yeah, I'll stay there. If I see someone waiting and there are other spots open, they're just maybe not being willing to park in them, I just stay. But if it is somewhere that's packed, I will let someone have my spot because I would want that. But I don't know. If you're just being lazy, it doesn't rock with me.
This one's kind of mean, but people blowing up a group chat. I hate when people blow up a group chat unless it is, and that's just why it's so annoying, is because it only annoys me when I want it done. Like, it only annoys me on certain, like, occasions. Like, whenever we're all talking in the group chat, that's one thing.
Yes.
But, like, if I'm not vibing with the group chat and someone's blowing up a group chat, get me out of here.
Yeah, true.
And I feel bad because it'll be like, Chloe left the group chat. So, like, Chloe left the chat. So, like, I have to stay in it.
Yeah.
Which I'll just mute it. But I don't even want the notifications on my phone. I don't want it taking up storage on my phone. I don't want to be in it. Don't put me in it.
Yeah. Work, family, those type of group chats.
Oh, yeah. I just thought of another one. When my family, if you're watching this, whoever's doing this, we have a designated family group chat with everyone in it.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Why on God's green earth are we creating a new group chat every time we have to text in the group chat? Why? And they still use that one every now and then when they decide to find it, whoever it is. But every now and then we get a brand new one with everyone that's in the old one. Why? Why are we doing this? And, like, at first, I guess it was because my brother was moving, so he'd have a new phone number or whatever, or it'd be like someone's birthday, so it'd be like everyone minus that person. But there are so many loose group chats floating around.
Yeah.
Family-related ones. Why are there so many?
Yeah.
So, family, if you're watching this, just use the family group chat.
Just use one. Make it
siblings,
easier.
if you're watching this, just use the Super 6 group chat. There is no need to create a new group chat every time. It will always bother me. Imagine if we made a new group chat every time the four of us were talking.
It would drive me crazy. Because it all want to be in one place, but I would only want one on my phone. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I only have one more. And it is, I guess, a germaphobe one. So most people probably will not relate to this at all in any way. However, it really, really, really bothers me because I would say I'm a bit OCD. A lot OCD. And very germaphobe-ish. When people get gas or touch money and don't use hand sanitizer after. Like, you pump your gas, you touch all the dirty little things, and then you get in the car and you touch the steering wheel, you touch the thing, I don't know.
Gear shift?
The gear shift, yeah.
I don't know.
You touch your little sun visor to check the mirror. I don't know. Why your dirty little fingers touching everything? I won't even touch my phone or my keys or anything. I will get in, close the door, hand sanitizer. Now my steering wheel is clean. And when my hands touch the steering wheel and then, like, touch my face or something, everything's clean. I just really get annoyed when that happens. But I know that is a me quirk. But I don't like dirty. Everything's dirty.
Yeah, I definitely don't. I do think about it because you pointed it out. But I definitely don't.
Yeah, most people definitely don't.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I'm just like, well, the world's dirty. It's a dirty place.
Yeah.
Whenever people are, I mean, mostly this, like, I work in customer service, so I feel like this happens to me a lot, but I can witness it at, like, if you're at a restaurant or you're, like, at anywhere, people who order when they're on the phone and they don't get off the phone, or, like, at a register, checking out, yeah. If they don't get off the phone when they're talking to another human being. That irks me so bad. And I get, we're all busy.
But
we're
it's
all busy,
annoying.
but, like, it takes 2 seconds for you to be like, hey, I'm checking out right now.
I'll call
Give
you
me
right
a second.
back.
Yeah. Don't even call back right
Yes.
back. I'll just flip my phone down.
Yes.
And I'll say, like, I'm not going to talk to you for a minute. I'm checking out.
Yeah.
I don't care if they hear
Like,
my
yeah,
conversation with the cashier. Like,
yeah, in the drive-thru. You just, like,
yes, drive-thru.
like, give me a second.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you when I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, I'm ordering. Like, it's just so rude.
That is annoying.
Yeah.
That reminds me, drive-thru speaking, and this only relates if you've ever worked a drive-thru. I always found it really annoying. I used to work at Sonic when it was raining and I was working drive-thru and people wouldn't turn their windshield wipers off. Because you're not thinking about it.
Yeah.
However, what do you need to see right now? My window is here and I'm right here and here's the water you're splashing. I don't know. People don't think about it, so it's one of those innocent things. Like, definitely no one realizes it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, you're splashing water at me and I am here serving you. So
a lot of places will put now
the
on the
signs,
sign
yeah.
saying, like, please turn your wipers off. But people don't.
People
People don't read either. We
Yes.
have so many signs at work that people do not read. Well, you didn't tell me that was gluten-free. Well, it does say it on the sign. So,
So go figure. Yeah. Yeah. That is my last one. Officially, though. That just reminded me of that.
Yep.
We have a lot of pet peeves, perhaps.
I'm sure I could find more.
Yeah, I could
If I
definitely
really
think of
tried.
some more. But they're just quirky things, I would
Mhm.
say.
Well, we hope you enjoyed. If you like it, like, rate, review, all the things. Comment.
Follow, subscribe, anything that you can
anything
do.
you think of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just show us a little support.
Yeah.
We'd love to see it.
Give us a rating. Give us a review. Say anything. Feedback. We love to hear it.
Yes.
Love to see the interactions.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the 14 Steps Away podcast.
Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.